Hi, my name is Lucy. I'm a native English teacher from England, working here at BCM. My role at BCM is to teach Level 4, which is a Fluent level class, and Business English. First, I'll tell you a little about the Level 4 class. Level 4 is designed for students who already have a high level of speaking, but maybe lack confidence. So the main aim of Level 4 is to improve speaking confidence. We do this by mainly focusing on free conversation. And we do this so that you are able to easily switch subjects without feeling too nervous or stressed. We also study news articles, and we have a course textbook, which is Let's Talk +4, which is a very useful resource for us to use. This course can be adaptable to help students improve in any areas they feel they are struggling or they are not at the level they wish to be. We discuss the learning outcomes on the first lesson, and I then incorporate everyone's learning styles and things they want to improve into the course. In both classes, we'll do a range of exercises to keep the classes varied and enjoyable, and to keep you interested in learning and coming. Obviously, by taking Level 4 Fluent or Business English with me, you will be exposed to British English rather than American English. I will explain the differences when I use British English, so you are aware of what I'm talking about. And previous students have said they found that very helpful because it means they are able to interact with a wider range of foreigners. I've also been asked to give you some tips on how to learn and study English outside of BCM. One tip, most of these have actually come from students, and one tip that I think is very good is watching English movies. It can be any movie or a TV show as long as it's in English, because they tend to use lots of slang, which you then have to go on and Google to see what they mean, and they use a very fast paced most of the time. So I suggest watching them over a few times until you get what they're talking about. But rather than just watching American films and American sitcoms, I would suggest watching some British movies, because obviously you're then exposed to the British accent and the words British English that we use. Another tip, I would suggest going to a local language exchange. I know there are a few here in 청주, so you get to meet with foreigners, and you will help them study Korean for 1 hour or so, and then in return they will help you study English. It's also a good way of making foreigner friends that you can then regularly talk to, so in English. And another one, which some people don't like, but I would recommend getting an English study buddy. You don't have to be the same level, but you have to commit to talking to each other every day via Kakao, a phone call, or in person, and you have to speak in English for at least some of that time. And it's a big commitment, and it's a little stressful, I think, but it's a really good way to get into the habit of using English every day. And finally, just reading English texts, so a book or a newspaper, and thinking about the tone and the pace. So if you're reading a bad story, you use a lower tone. So I think that's just another way, if you did it regularly, you could improve your English. Well,